Hey everyone, it's Lori here at the Nashville Hootenanny, and I have Zach Hacker with me. He just performed downstairs. Zach, you're awesome. Where are you from originally?
From Muscle Shoals, Alabama.
Muscle Shoals. Now, did they have any tornado damage down there?
Muscle Shoals did not have any tornado damage, but there was some towns that were close by that did.
Yeah, that was devastating, horrible. We've had horrific weather. So, how would you describe your music, Zach?
I would describe my music being rootsy. It would be very southern, rural, homestead type music. Stuff that, you know, if you grow up in the country and you're really from the country, then you're really going to understand my music, because it's not hokey stuff. It's really about my mother, my father, things that I've experienced, lived through. And, you know, of course you write songs that you don't live through, but mainly just, you know, I try to stick to the roots of, you know, where I come from. And
okay, so actually he just performed 2 songs, and one of which is called Mama.
Mama's Love's Thicker Than Water.
Mama's Love's Thicker Than Water.
That's
that
right.
was awesome.
Thank you, thank you.
So my next question was, who were your biggest musical influences? Would you say your mom and dad were your biggest musical influences?
You know, my family was all musically inclined. My mother had a record deal, my father did, all 4 of my sisters did. So if I have to say my biggest influences, no, it wouldn't be my parents. It would probably be Fame Studios in Muscle Shoals. Rick Hall was the guy that created Fame in Muscle Shoals. He produced Wilson Pickett, Mustang
Not like
Sally.
Fame, I'm gonna live. That
Fame in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. I don't know. Yeah, it's a well-known place if you are in the music business, but it's a very nostalgic and historic place, really. I mean, it's where Aretha Franklin started and Wilson Pickett.
You want to hit me?
No. Those are
you can tell I'm not a musician, though, right?
That's okay. That's okay.
I'm just the girl that does
She has
the
pretty
interviews.
teeth.
Thank you. Let's see. I know you play guitar. Do you play any other instruments?
I do play other instruments. I play drums and bass and keys. You know, you have to be a utility guy if you're going to sustain trying to get where we all want to be.
Yeah. So on that same note, someone told me that you were on Nashville Star once.
Mm-hmm. My sister and I competed against each other. It was the first time that I know of in history that we're on a reality television show. Brother and sister competed against each other and ended up in first and second.
Okay, can I butt in? Is she your older sister or your younger sister?
She's my older sister. I'm the only boy of 4 sisters.
Oh, wow.
And I'm the youngest, too. So, Angela is the youngest girl. And, we grew up, we're kind of close, 6 years between us. But, when we got on the show, it was just a great opportunity to expose what we do. It was never looked at as launch you as a career, but it was definitely a great exposure, free exposure,
Well, yeah, you put yourself out there,
right,
to the masses,
right, and to be a part of things that you know that is successful, including artists that's come. What I'm saying is artists that's come from that program and actually was successful. It makes you feel like you have a little hope, a little more insight on the business. You want to think that,
Do you still have the same perception of the business as you did before you went on Nashville Star?
I do not have the same perception.
He's jaded.
I'm not jaded at all. It's so amazing. Chris Young, it took him a few years after the Nashville Star to ever get it cranking, to get the machine going. And one thing I learned more than anything is the business. You have to know the business. So all I've done is the past 4 years is put together my business team. And I moved up here, and we're doing great. I mean, it's all great. I mean, it just takes time.
Do you play out around town somewhere we could go check you out?
I do not play around town. I strictly do nothing but stick my head into the business, because I've done the bar scene. I've played them since I was a kid. You're still a kid. Well, I'm 28 years old.
You're still a kid.
Well,
you don't think so?
I don't know. It just depends. I mean, it depends on what you've done, or you've been. It's perspective.
So you've done a lot in 28 years.
It just depends. It's a perspective. I mean, it's just a personal opinion.
So, excuse me for not knowing this already, but do you have an album?
I do have a CD. You can check it out on iTunes, or CD Baby, or Rhapsody, or Napster. It's all these digital downloading companies. It's the new way of business.
Are you on Reverbnation as well? Facebook?
Oh, Facebook, Twitter, all those, anything that you can possibly think of as a social trend, yeah, I'm there. It's just part of the business. I think that's the future. I really, really, really believe that. I don't think record sales will be around much longer.
You're not the first person that I've heard say that.
And
That's kind of sad to me. I'm old school. I like records.
Like the physical.
Yeah, I still buy CDs. I don't like to download them. I like to have the CD and the case and like read all the words. Are you like that as well?
I love having physical, something tangible.
Yeah.
Something I can hold. I guess you can either go with the times or be passed by. And there's no way we can stop it.
That's right, so you might as well just go with the flow, right?
To some extent, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. What's your favorite song?
My favorite song, Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think it, I know you didn't ask me why, but I'm just
I'm
offering the information.
Go ahead.
I'm offering the information. It's my favorite song because, growing up, if you listen to my songs at all, if you go online and you check out my songs, you're going to find songs about, if it wasn't for the whiskey, because my father was an alcoholic. And you grow up learning how to be from how not to be, if that makes any sense.
Right.
And
you didn't lead by example, in other words.
That was not there.
Or he didn't.
Right. It wasn't me that did, well, it wasn't me that didn't lead by example, but he didn't lead by example. But what he did put out there for me to see, I learned how to be from him doing the wrong things, if that makes any sense. Learning the hard way, learning how to be. If that makes any sense.
It makes perfect sense, and I hate that you had to go through all that crap, but you wrote some really good songs in spite of it.
Right, and the great thing about that is, I think, and that's where I want to promote my music and my heart and feelings. Those things is my art. That's what I want to do. I think coming from something hard like that is really educational. It really lets me know that, what fake is and what real is, and it made you grow up really quick.
So I apologize for calling you a kid because you're an old soul. I can tell.
How can you tell?
Well, just the things you've been through have given you character, and it just matures a person to go through struggles.
It does.
It sucks when it's happening, but if you can turn it around into something good, that's awesome.
Yeah, exactly, and that's exactly what I was saying. Is that's my window. That's what I would like to promote. Is you can take a negative and turn it into positive. You just can't let it get you down. It's easy to give in, and let it get you down. But I've learned somehow or another to prevail over that.
I'm so glad you didn't let it get you down. Do you have any hidden talents you're willing to share? That has nothing to do with music?
Hidden talents.
Can you fake any accents?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure there's somewhere around.
Do you have any guilty pleasures?
I like
Do you watch
baseball.
like soap operas?
I like
or something?
baseball.
You like baseball?
I played baseball when I was through school, and I was a pitcher. That's all I was. That or first base. And it was. I know that may sound really weird if you're watching this. Going, oh yeah, sure, he's a pitcher and a first baseman, cool. But it really was true. And that was the only thing I ever did outside of music. I've never had a day job other than music. I've never had any other job than music.
Well, based on his performance, I think he needs to keep doing what he's doing because you are amazing, Zach.
Check out the CD, check out the songs, because that is exactly what's going to allow me to keep going.
Just because I have a thick Southern accent and they may not understand how to pronounce your name, why don't you spell it for them?
Okay, it's Zach Hacker, and it's ZACHACKER.
There you go. Check him out. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for giving me some time tonight.
Well, thank you.
Come back to the Hootenanny.